We'll cross that bridge when we come to it to supersize our business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Supersize your business for female entrepreneurs. And we're doing this year, for this group, we're sharing an idiom every day that coincides with this year's annual challenge, the BU 365-day challenge, to do one thing every day that improves us in different areas and aspects of our life. So today we're doing an overview of a 9-part framework that I use to organize and put a little frame around my life so it's less chaotic. And today we're going to prioritize those different areas and aspects of our life, and we're going to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. I like to take things that are really, really subjective. I like to take things that are really, really subjective and add some objectivity, some measurement to them so that I can tell how am I doing over time. Am I improving and moving toward what I want, or am I going in the opposite direction? So today we'll cross that bridge when we come to it is our idiom, our expression. And it's a terrific expression. I used it a lot when I was younger to remind myself not to worry about things that hadn't happened yet. Each and every one of us, as we're growing and building and supersizing our business, has those sleepless nights, those nights where we're up thinking about things over and over again with respect to our business. Usually it involves taxes, cash flow, audits, inspections. At least in my life, that's the things that used to keep me up at night. This is an old expression. It was first used by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow in The Golden Legend in 1851. It's been around, that means, for a long time, for my entire lifetime, twice over, etc. Means we've heard it, we use it. Most people will understand, if English is your primary language, what it means. It doesn't mean we'll actually cross that bridge physically when we arrive at the bridge, although we often do that as well. It means it's a cautionary tale to remind us to not worry or fret or create more problems for ourselves by thinking of all the terrible things that would happen. Now, as a grandma, and as a mom, I did the same thing, but as a grandma, my kids remind me that I'm awful about this. I'm always thinking ahead whenever my grandchildren, my granddaughters are doing something to all the catastrophic things that could happen. So I'm overly cautious because I have this safety first philosophy when it comes to my kids and my grandkids. Now, of course, what did that do? That meant my kids do super extreme sports, and my oldest granddaughter is pretty shy, but my second granddaughter, third on the way, is she's just a little daredevil. We call her Chaos, Quinlan Chaos, because she's such a little go-getter. So I am every day having to remind myself not to worry, not to doubt, not to fear, not to fret. She's a capable little human being, even though she's only 1.5 years old, and she'll do what she's going to do. But it reminds us for our businesses to focus on solutions. I don't remember when I actually started to do this more and more. I think it was a slow evolution for me personally, but it's been decades now where, like everybody else, when we're doing things, and I still will slip into it because I'm human, we get a bee in our bonnet about a problem or something that's happening, and we focus on the problem. And as long as we're focusing on the problem and we're dwelling on that, we're bitching and moaning and complaining about it, or wondering and feeling sorry for ourselves because how could this happen to us? Why are we being picked on, etc. As long as we're in that problem-focused mode, we're not looking at solutions. We're not even opening ourselves up to the possibility of solutions. And often when we're in that state, the solution is right in front of our face, and it's really, really easy. So let's remind us not to stay stuck in the problem-solving or the problem-focused mode. Get into the problem-solving mode where we're focusing on solutions. And I think it happened over time, but now pretty much if there's a problem or a challenge, I'm like, all right, well, what are we going to do about it? I don't spend hardly any time dwelling on, doubt, worry, fear, blame, any negative emotion around that problem, because I know the longer I'm spending thinking about the problem itself, the less time I'm spending getting out of the hole, fixing the challenge. We can worry about getting COVID. Lots of people have worried about getting COVID, something we'd never even thought about a couple of years ago. We can worry about losses. We can worry about inflation. We can worry about changes in laws that we have no control over, or the way things have to be done according to the government and regulatory agencies with respect to our businesses. But if we're complaining about those, unless they're blatantly unfair and we're going to file a lawsuit against them and about them, then they're done that. We just have to look for the solutions in each situation. What they used to frustrate me is audits. And in every industry I've been involved in, there's a lot of regulatory audits. And they used to make me nervous and worry and lose sleep until I realized that if I changed my perspective and the way I looked at those audits, and I looked at them as an outside set of eyes helping us to improve our business, now I got excited about them. I was looking forward to regulatory audits. I don't think that the auditors themselves were used to that type of a perspective when they came into different businesses. And I found, number one, they were a lot more cooperative. Number two, they wanted to help us to do the best job we possibly could in our business. And it made them feel good when we used them as a trusted advisor and expert in different areas, especially in the areas of health and safety, food safety. Food safety is the one that comes to mind the most, because we had a USDA inspector in our manufacturing facility every single day. And we could have an adversarial relationship with them, which most businesses did, but by using them as a trusted guide and resource and a friend and an expert in their area, which they are, we ended up benefiting greatly, and that became one of our competitive advantages, because we knew things before other people did when it came to what was coming down the pipe, because our inspectors liked to share information with us and let us know what was going on and give us a heads up if something was about to change. It was extremely helpful for our business. All right, so that's our idiom today. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Are you a worrier? Do you have doubt, fear? Do you lose sleep at night based on things you're concerned about in your business? If you do, keep in mind, solution focused. If I can help you anyway, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another business-related and challenge-related idiom, so that we can continually improve every day, right along with the people that are doing the annual challenge. Have a great day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.